Fated on the local scene, the band cut their teeth with a roughly recorded demo called From Enslavement to Obliteration. When they decided to record a second, better quality demo, things began to happen, including massive interest from Earache Records head honcho Digby Pearson. That demo was to become the band's debut album, Scum, or at least part of it, as Mick Harris explains.
My first Napalm demo was the From Enslavement to a demo, and I believe it was August. So it was only a few months later we decided we wanted to do a nice demo, and we were very much set on a studio in Birmingham called Rich Bitch, where Sacrilege had recorded, very much like the tone of the record. Justin especially had been talking with Damien. Damien said, look, I'll loan you my guitar pedal. There's a secret little guitar pedal then, which I believe was called the MXR Distortion, little stomp box, but got a lovely crunch to it. Justin loved this box. I believe you couldn't buy them anymore, or it was something like £50, and well, we were all on the dole then. There's no chance Justin could afford a distortion bed. I even remember heating batteries up on my parents' fire for the distortion bed of Justin, because his money was going, his dole check was going on booze, etc, etc. We decided we wanted a bigger sound. I knew Rich Bitch could get me a great drum separation. I knew nothing about engineering or anything then. I just knew, we wanted some separation, the bigger sound, and Rich Bitch was the ideal place. You could get a good deal for a night session, so we went in. It was like the first time in like separate rooms, headphones on and everything mic'd up, and it all sounded good in the phones, and we just blasted it out. I think you got an 8-hour session from midnight till 8 in the morning, and it was like £120. And originally the promoter called Daz Russell from The Mermaid, he paid for that. I went and collected the money. He was going to release this because he obviously thought, yeah, there's some interest here with Napalm, every week putting them on, I'm sure if I did a limited record I could sell it. So that was originally the original plan. He didn't get the record. There it was. We had a good demo. We sent it out, and 2 little sniffs came from what became the A-side of Scum. One from Pushead, who had heard from a scene report in Maximum Rock and Roll about this Napalm Death being this ultra-fast band. Time for a B-side. Obviously Justin had gone, Nick had gone. It was just me left. The lineup became Jim Whiteley, big friend, big fan of Napalm, big Mermaid head, bass player. Bill Steer became guitarist, and Lee, who was like sort of a friend, someone sort of known from Coventry, local promoter, had put Napalm on, and I think it was just, it's how it came about. They were friends, so you asked, do you want to join Napalm? And Lee was, I've never done vocals before, so well, you can do it. The B-side came about as we knew we were doing a record at this point, going back to the sniffs. There was Pushead, but nothing came about that. I remember sending him the demo, good quality tape, paid for it, airmail, and never heard back off him. But we did get a review by him, just saying that, this was great, fast, people should check this out, this is a brutal band. The other sniff came from Core Records, which was down in Bristol. Nothing developed from that either. Next thing I know, Digby's face was turning up. I'd never seen Dig before, but started to recognise him at a couple of Mermaid gigs, and obviously he was there having a little look at Napalm, I would have thought, and he said, could you come to Nottingham? I will pay you in cash for the A-side, what you've already recorded so far, and we will talk about this B-side to make it a complete album. We already knew what we were doing. It was for Earache. Lee had written, everything was written, the B-side, I'd written the material, it was ready to go. I'd rehearsed it with Bill, down at Bill's house. Bill finally come up to Birmingham. We had, I believe, 2 rehearsals, tried to get it together with me, Jim and Bill, finally playing it together as a band. Lee was still, I think, going over Jim's lyrics. Jim wrote the lyrics for the B-side of Scum. Literally in the studio, it was a matter of holding up the lyrics. Lee was there and counting him in. Now, finish, and we banged it out again. It was another cheap 8-hour session.
this is Carl from Nile. I'd really love to extend my appreciation to the fellows from Napalm Death. They were gracious enough to be on tour with us, and it was really an honor to be working together with them and to be able to watch them close up personal night after night. So it's kind of like getting to meet one of your longtime heroes. I suppose if one were a soccer player, getting to hang out with Pele every night for a month. Where would any of extreme metal be without Napalm Death?